lost? Janice's cold, pitiless voice sent a chill down my back, and I winced involuntarily. Without looking behind me, I already knew what had happened. Who would want to sit next to someone like you? I turned around in time to see him squirm and look around helplessly. Our eyes met, and I hastily turned away. I could not stand the look of pity on his face. Suddenly, I heard his footsteps drift away. Janice's group claimed ownership of the table, exchanging jokes about the boy they had just tormented. By now, I believe you have realized that I was describing an incident of bullying that I witnessed. If such a thing happens right in front of you, what would you think? How would you feel? To me, I felt sick to my stomach, and guilt washed over me. Why couldn't I stand up for him? How could I let this happen time and time again, being nothing but a useless bystander? The reason why I felt so much guilt for not helping is because I could feel his suffering. As fellow human beings, we all have the ability to feel for one another, be it happiness, sorrow, or pain. This is empathy. Empathy is the basis of compassion, which is the desire to take action and help after putting yourself in someone else's shoes. However, to practice compassion takes wisdom, commitment, and courage. It takes wisdom because we need to know whether our actions will cause more harm than help. It takes commitment because we may need to give our help for an extended period of time until the other person becomes independent. It takes courage because we may need to stand up to someone stronger than us in order to protect the weaker one. Yes, it indeed takes courage, tons of it. Introverted and soft-spoken, I usually went with the flow and rarely argued with anyone. Not because I agreed with them, but because I didn't want to oppose anyone. I just didn't dare to. But after that incident in the school canteen, something in the eyes of that boy struck me. I made a promise to myself. By hook or by crook, I would stand up for him. Now, of course, being the paranoid warrior I am, I wasn't about to confront Janice unprepared, right? I wrote and rewrote my points, and I practiced what I would say in front of the bathroom mirror for hours on end. Yet the ultimate test came all too soon when I saw Janice making fun of Aiden in front of our classmates again. Clutching my cold, sweaty palms, I made my way towards Janice. Janice, you should not mock Aiden. It's just a hobby of his. It's his choice what he likes to do. Janice scoffed and rolled her eyes. That freak, you mean? Huh. When do you see a boy who knits, cooks, and dances? Oh, maybe he wears skirts at home. Her mockery angered me. What's so weird about that? Janice narrowed her eyes at me, and I could feel her annoyance. I guess you're afraid too, aren't you? Trying to act hero? Any other day, such an insult would have made me back down. But that day, I held my ground. No, Janice, I'm not trying to take sides. I'm simply saying that we all have our differences, and we shouldn't laugh at someone else's interests. After all, you're interested in baseball, aren't you? I've seen you run faster than the boys, and watching baseball videos secretly. By taunting Aiden, you're creating a barrier between you and your passion. By discouraging his interests, you're actually discouraging yours because you think it's too much of a tomboyish activity, and you are afraid of being shunned and thought of as a weirdo. And it's not helping anybody. Though I was quiet in school, I had been fully aware of what was going on. Janice was stunned. As arrogant as she was, Janice was chopped for words. She gave me a long stare before storming off. But there was no denying that she had understood, and it showed too. When Janice stopped taunting Aiden, the rest of the class was influenced as well. And though they did not exactly understand him completely, he was given more respect and space to develop his interests. Watching his confidence restore and his esteem risen brought a sense of satisfaction that words can do no justice. Today, I have more confidence in myself, and and I know I can make a difference if I try. I have taken up public speaking so that I can influence more people, and I am less afraid to speak my mind now. I would never have accomplished these had it not been for compassion. Turns out, compassion not only changes the person you have chosen to help, but you yourself. Thank you for your time.